Have you ever met someone who seemed charming at first, but something felt off? Picture this. A smooth talker, quick with a smile, yet behind those friendly gestures there's a shadow lurking, a hint of something sinister. Today, we're peeling back the mask to reveal the true face of evil hidden in plain sight. In our daily lives, we cross paths with countless individuals, but not everyone has our best interests at heart. It's vital to recognize that beneath charming exteriors can dwell some truly malevolent intentions. This video is your guide to spotting the subtle yet significant signs of an evil person. We're not talking about cartoon villains, but real-world manipulators who walk among us. Understanding these signs is crucial. It's about protecting yourself, your loved ones, and maintaining the integrity of your personal boundaries. So, arm yourself with knowledge, and let's expose the deceit. Keep watching as we dive into the first sign that might just save you from a wolf in sheep's clothing. Ever felt like you're being subtly controlled in a conversation? This feeling might not just be a figment of your imagination. It could be a real psychological manipulation at play. Let's delve into the dark realm of the Master Manipulator, a character as cunning as they are cruel. Imagine you have a coworker. Let's call him Simon. Simon appears charming and often plays the victim card. He frequently talks about his endless string of bad days, and somehow always manages to get others to do his work. "Could you help me out just this once?" he pleads, with a practiced look of despair. Before you know it, you're sorting through his backlog, while he takes a long lunch. Manipulation is a tool in the arsenal of those with malevolent intentions. It involves influencing someone else's behavior or emotions for one's own personal gain. Simon, our hypothetical coworker, is a textbook manipulator. He uses emotional cues to evoke sympathy and guilt, which makes it easier for him to shift his responsibilities onto others. This form of manipulation is particularly insidious because it often masquerades as something benign or even virtuous. Who wouldn't want to help a colleague in distress? However, it's crucial to recognize these patterns. A manipulator like Simon doesn't just need your help. He thrives on controlling others to ensure his needs are met, with little regard for their time or workload. Remember, manipulation often dresses up as helplessness or charm. Recognizing these signs can protect you from being exploited and help maintain healthy, genuine relationships in your personal and professional life. Why is it never their fault? In the intricate dance of human relationships, one trait that sharply defines the character of an individual is their ability to own up to their actions. Yet there exists a certain kind of person who is adept at sidestepping this responsibility. They are the masters of the blame game. Imagine, if you will, a scenario involving two partners. Let's call them Alex and Jamie. In this relationship, every time something goes awry, it's never Alex's fault. If Alex lashes out in anger, it's because Jamie did something to provoke it. If a mistake is made, somehow it's always Jamie who must bear the burden of blame. This constant deflection is not just about avoiding accountability, it's a power play. By shifting blame, Alex maintains control and keeps Jamie in a perpetual state of self-doubt and guilt. It's a classic maneuver of those with malicious intent. They create a reality where they are infallible, and everyone else around them is flawed, thereby justifying their dominance and control. Psychologically, this behavior is manipulative and deeply harmful. It erodes trust and builds a toxic environment where genuine communication and growth are nearly impossible. The victim, in this case Jamie, is left feeling perpetually inadequate, always scrambling to make things right in a game where the rules are fundamentally skewed. If you're always the scapegoat in the story, you might be dealing with someone more sinister than you think. Can you tell when sympathy is just an act? Imagine this: a friend who listens intently as you share your deepest fears and insecurities. Initially, it feels comforting, like a warm embrace in a cold world. But what happens when that same friend turns the tables? Let's delve into the unsettling realm of cold empathy. Cold empathy occurs when someone clearly understands your emotions and vulnerabilities, not to console or support you, but to exploit them for their own gain. It's empathy, but stripped of warmth and care, wielded like a calculated weapon. Consider a scenario where this so-called friend uses the secrets you've entrusted them with. At a gathering, they subtly drop hints or reveal aspects of your personal struggles, not overtly enough to cause immediate alarm, but just enough to shift the social dynamics in their favor. This maneuver is often so skillfully executed that others might not even notice the manipulation at play. Yet you feel the sting of betrayal, the chill of being exposed. This tactic is a hallmark of those with malevolent intentions. They navigate social landscapes with a map of others' emotional geographies, using this knowledge to gain power, control, or even sadistic pleasure. Such individuals often remain emotionally detached, analyzing emotions like data points to be used strategically. The danger of cold empathy lies in its subtlety and its potential to deeply wound. It's a reminder that understanding someone's feelings doesn't always equate to caring about them. True empathy heals, cold empathy wounds. Scene script. How often do their stories change? Imagine someone who always seems to have an excuse. One day, it's the traffic that made them miss your birthday dinner. The next, it's a sudden work emergency. Then, a week later, it's a forgotten appointment that just slipped their mind. This isn't just forgetfulness, it's a pattern, a craft of constructing realities that serve the moment, not the truth. Evil individuals are artisans of deception. They weave intricate tales with the ease of a seasoned storyteller. Their lies are not spur of the moment, but a well-practiced art. They adjust their narrative so swiftly and smoothly that the untrained ear might not even catch the discrepancies. But over time, these inconsistencies accumulate, building a fortress of falsehoods that keeps others perpetually off balance. Consider the impact such behavior has on relationships. Friends begin to question not just the reasons given for absences, but everything the person says. Trust, the very foundation of any relationship, starts to crumble under the weight of constant doubt. Mistrust breeds confusion, and confusion is a fertile ground for manipulation. This is the environment that evil thrives in, an environment where truth is malleable, and suspicion undermines genuine connections. The real danger of these falsehoods is not just the immediate deception, but the long-term erosion of reality. What's true? What's false? These questions become harder to answer as the stories multiply. A web of lies can be as delicate as it is dangerous. Ever notice someone finding joy in others' misfortunes? It's a disturbing phenomenon that psychologists call schadenfreude. This term describes the pleasure that some derive from the pain or failures of others. It's not just an uncomfortable feeling to witness. It's a glaring hallmark of malevolence. Imagine a neighborhood, typical and quiet. But there's one individual who stands out, not for good reasons. This person, let's call him Mr. Gray, always seems to have an unsettling grin when misfortune strikes his neighbors. When the family across the street faced a tough financial crisis, losing their car and struggling to pay bills, most neighbors offered sympathy or assistance. Mr. Gray, on the other hand, seemed oddly invigorated by their distress. His interactions often reveal a pattern. He asks probing questions, not out of concern, but to glean more about their hardships. There's a gleam in his eye, a barely concealed delight as he learns about their struggles. This isn't mere curiosity, it's schadenfreude in its rawest form. Such behavior might initially seem harmless, maybe just a bit of gossip or curiosity. However, it's essential to recognize these signs for what they truly are. This delight in the suffering of others is a window into a person's character. It shows a lack of empathy and a potential for deeper malevolence. Delight in despair is a red flag not to be ignored. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards protecting yourself. Throughout our exploration, we've delved into the dark traits of individuals who may not have your best interests at heart. Let's briefly recap what we've learned. Firstly, the Master Manipulator skillfully twists reality to their advantage, making you doubt your own perceptions. Next, we uncovered the blame game, where such individuals deflect responsibility and pin their wrongdoings on others. The chilling reality of cold empathy revealed how they can understand emotions but use this knowledge for personal gain rather than compassion. We also stepped into the lie factory, a place where deceit is manufactured and truth is a rare commodity. Finally, we discuss their disturbing tendency to find joy in despair, thriving on the misfortunes of others. Being aware of these signs and trusting your intuition are vital in navigating personal and professional relationships. Remember, these traits are red flags, warning signs that call for caution and sometimes distance. Stay vigilant and trust your instincts. Thank you for watching Man of Thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more insights.